What if the very calming signals you have been taught to look for are actually signs your dog is deeply uncomfortable, stressed, or even terrified? For years, dog owners have been told to watch for behaviors like yawning, lip licking, or head turns as universal signs of a dog trying to diffuse tension. But the truth is far more nuanced, and misinterpreting these actions can inadvertently push your dog further into distress, eroding their trust in you. Today, we are decoding 7 common calming signals that are often misunderstood, revealing their true meaning, and showing you how to truly listen to what your dog is trying to tell you. First up, the yawn. We often associate yawning with sleepiness, and sometimes, for dogs, it can be just that. But a yawn can also be a clear indicator of stress or conflict. If your dog yawns in a high-stress situation, like at the vet, during a tense interaction with another dog, or when you are giving them a stern lecture, it is likely not because they are bored. This type of yawn is often accompanied by other subtle stress signals, like a stiff body, averted gaze, or lip licking. It is their attempt to self-soothe or communicate their discomfort, trying to release nervous energy. Recognizing this distinction is crucial. Mistaking a stress yawn for boredom means missing a vital plea for help. Next, lip licking. While a dog might lick their lips after a tasty treat, it's far more often a sign of mild anxiety or appeasement. If there's no food involved, and your dog is rapidly licking their lips, especially with a quick, darting tongue, they are likely feeling stressed or unsure about a situation. This often happens when they feel pressured, are being approached by an unfamiliar dog or person, or are anticipating something unpleasant. It is an attempt to communicate, "I am not a threat," or "I am feeling uneasy." Ignoring this signal and continuing with whatever is causing the stress can escalate their discomfort, potentially leading to more overt signs of fear or even aggression down the line. A dog turning its head away from you or another dog is often taught as a calming signal meant to diffuse tension. While it can be an appeasement gesture, it's more accurately a subtle plea for space and a clear sign of discomfort. When a dog turns its head, it's saying, "I do not want conflict," or "Please do not come closer." This is especially true if you see it in conjunction with a stiff body, whale eye, or a low tail. If you persist in approaching or interacting after this signal, you are overriding their communication, forcing them into a situation they are trying to avoid. Respecting this signal builds trust and prevents escalation, showing your dog you understand and value their boundaries. When a dog freezes, becoming suddenly still, it is often misinterpreted as calm obedience. In reality, freezing is a primal survival response, a last-ditch effort to avoid conflict when fight or flight are not options. It is a sign of extreme stress, fear, or even pain. Imagine a dog being cornered or enduring an uncomfortable grooming session. They might suddenly become rigid, their eyes wide and unblinking, their breathing shallow. This is not a dog being cooperative. It is a dog in a state of learned helplessness, signaling, "I cannot escape, so I will just endure." Recognizing this as a critical stress signal is paramount. Continuing to push a dog that is freezing can lead to a sudden, explosive reaction once they feel they have no other choice. When a dog suddenly drops its head to sniff the ground during a tense interaction, many believe it is a calming signal to diffuse the situation. While it can sometimes be an appeasement gesture, it is more often a displacement behavior, a way for your dog to cope with stress or avoid an uncomfortable situation. It is like a human fiddling with their phone when they are awkward. Your dog is trying to disengage, create distance, and reduce the pressure. If you see this behavior when another dog is approaching too quickly, or when you are scolding them, they are not suddenly fascinated by a scent. They are trying to escape the emotional discomfort. Respecting this signal means giving them space and removing them from the stressful trigger. We all know dogs shake off water, but if your dog shakes off when they are not wet, it is a powerful signal of stress release. This is not a calming signal in the traditional sense. It is a physical act of literally shaking off accumulated tension or stress. You might see it after a tense encounter with another dog, after a vet visit, or even after a long, uncomfortable cuddle. It is their way of resetting, much like a human taking a deep breath after a stressful event. If you observe your dog doing this, it is a strong indicator that they have just experienced something that caused them significant emotional discomfort, and they are trying to physically release that pent-up energy. Acknowledge it, and ensure their environment is safe and calm. Finally, soft eyes or slow blinks are often interpreted as a sign of a calm, friendly dog, or even submission. While a truly relaxed dog will have soft, almond-shaped eyes, a dog displaying slow blinks in a tense situation might actually be showing extreme appeasement or even fear. If a dog is trying to avoid eye contact, blinking slowly and averting its gaze, it is attempting to appear non-threatening to a perceived threat. This is not a sign of comfort. It is a desperate attempt to de-escalate, saying, "I am not a threat. Please do not hurt me." Misinterpreting this as simple friendliness can lead you to push their boundaries, potentially triggering a defensive reaction from a dog that feels its signals are being ignored. Understanding these subtle, often misinterpreted signals is not just about avoiding conflict. It is about building a deeper, more empathetic relationship with your dog. When we misread their attempts to communicate discomfort, we inadvertently teach them that their voice does not matter, forcing them to escalate their signals until they are barking, growling, or even biting. Imagine how frustrating and terrifying that must be for them. By learning to truly see and respond to these nuanced behaviors, you become a trusted advocate, a safe haven, and a partner who speaks their language. This is not just about training. It is about honoring the incredible complex beings that share our lives. It is about giving them the respect and understanding they deserve, fostering a bond built on genuine communication and unwavering trust. Next time you observe your dog, remember these nuanced signals and truly listen to what they are trying to communicate. What is one calming signal you have learned today that surprised you the most? Tell us in the comments. And for more from the pack, subscribe and hit the bell